Imagine this. I kidnap you, take you and your family to another country, enslave you, dehumanize you, and rape you, separate you from your family, your culture, your ancestors, your history, your language, your religion. I'm going to take away everything that you could have had, everything that you could have been, and everything that you could have ever wanted to be. Eventually you're free, but you're only a fraction of a human. You are free, but only to go wherever I allow. You're not free to live the American dream. For generations and generations, you are not only told, but expected to be less than white people because of the color of your skin. Through protests and riots, hardships and anguish, you finally get it. Equality under the law. And despite that, you are still not equal. You have been robbed of your time and of your right to exist peacefully in this country. Then people who have never experienced discrimination in their lives try to tell you how you should react to injustice in your community. Don't ever try to appropriate the words of MLK to push your agenda.
All's my life I has to fight, nigga. All's my life hard times like yeah, bad trips like yeah.
Take your knee and privilege off my neck. It's time for this entitlement and injustice to get checked. A reality TV star. Nobody wants a war. All hands on deck. Take your knee off my neck. See, nothing was perfect, but we have been a nation at peace. Look at all the hate this administration has unleashed. 200,000 deaths.
Man down, another one shot to the ground. I don't wanna hear living out of fear for my children, making sure they're okay, teaching them not to look at a cop the wrong way. I have hope for this country. I want one thing, that we are all equal, let freedom ring. But until that day comes, I'ma keep on singing. We need change, we need change. I thought we changed. No more stories about the black boy on the floor. Oh, no more change.
Because Black Lives Matter, but not till they're dead, right? For Keith Childress, may he rest in peace, who was shot and killed in December of 2015 when the police officer mistook his phone for a weapon. No officers were charged with this crime. For Betty Jones, may she rest in peace, who was shot and killed by a police officer on Christmas Day after opening the door. No officers have been charged with this crime. For Kevin Matthews, may he rest in peace, who was pepper sprayed and shot after getting into an altercation with the officer. Kevin was schizophrenic. No officers have been charged with this crime. For Michael Noel, may he rest in peace. He was only 32 when he had a mental breakdown. His mother called the police for his own safety, yet he was handcuffed and shot twice, with no officers being charged for this crime. For Michael Lee Marshall, may he rest in peace. A 50-year-old man who was unarmed and mentally ill was restrained by 3 sheriff deputies to an unconscious state where he later died 9 days after on life support. No officers have been charged with this crime. And for George Floyd, may he rest in peace, who was handcuffed with his face shoved into the hot concrete, who was slowly suffocated by the knee of one officer as the other stood and watched. No officers have been charged with this crime.
I come here today to talk about how I feel, and I feel like that we are treated differently than other people, and I don't like how we're treated, and just because of our color doesn't mean anything to me. I believe that
you're doing great. You're doing a great job.
Don't stop the clock. Do not stop.
we are black people and we shouldn't have to feel like this. We shouldn't have to protest because y'all are treating us wrong. We do this because we need to and have rights.
This is going to be my last video for today, but I want to speak on the protest real quick. I'm loving this black support and the black voices speaking up and everything, but let's add another dynamic to this. Speaking loudly in protest is powerful, but also silence can also be a powerful weapon as well. You have to remember, at the end of the day, TikTok is an app. Therefore, it is a mobile business. Therefore, they thrive off of us using their services. Now, this aspect may be more difficult to accomplish, but it's just an idea. If enough people, a large number of people, is able to stop going live, stop posting, log out from the app, leave for a time, it in theory can affect TikTok's numbers greatly. Now, if it works, it will force TikTok to change their ways because their service is not being used much.
Excuse me. Oh, whoa. Excuse me, please. Can I borrow a sprinkle of privilege? Just a sprinkle.
Dear non-black friends. Baby, I see your silence. Sport! I see the way that you refuse to comment. I see the lack of interest. I see the way you don't care. And I'll remember that for later.
1. Y'all's president is an unapologetically racist tyrant who uses his platform to silence black people and to demonize them for just fighting for their lives. This is him speaking about white protesters who were protesting for a haircut and getting their nails done. He called them very good people, although they had guns and were spitting in the faces of officers violently. This is him talking about black protesters who are fighting for the right to live, calling them thugs and saying, when the looting starts, the shooting starts, although all the looting and the rioting was started by undercover police officers. 2. Blue lives don't matter and will never matter because police officers chose to be police officers. They can take off that uniform. I can't take off my black skin. It is a part of me until the day that I die. This person is not arrested. He's in police custody. He's being protected by the Minneapolis Police Department because he's a white police officer. That is white privilege. And in the same stroke, this CNN correspondent who was black was arrested on live TV earlier today for no reason. 3. Max Dressler is a disgusting human being who said all lives matter. If you like him, block me.
Lip filler check. So today I went to a peaceful protest. Keyword peaceful. We were all just standing, chanting, holding our signs, and the police were the only ones to get violent. They tear gassed us, and as we were all running away, I looked a cop in the eye, and he shot me in the face. Hence why we have this now. And honestly, I don't fucking get it. Like, we come out here to protest for our rights, which we shouldn't have to do. Why are we protesting for our rights? And the police are the only ones to get violent. Like, if y'all aren't paying attention yet, y'all need to start paying attention because we need everyone to fucking fight this system.
July 7th, 2020. That's Blackout Day 2020. Do not spend $1 in this economy. Do not buy securities. Do not buy stocks. Completely shut down the economic system to bring change.
Wow, this is nothing but straight facts. A lot of y'all are vocal about the looting, but silent about the murder. Let's go over something. We're gonna call this series White People Rioting for No Reason. Ready? Let's go! Exhibit 1, which is right here. Rioting after a surf competition. Exhibit 2, rioting after their football game lost. Exhibit 3, rioting after their baseball team won. Next exhibit, rioting because their hockey team lost. Next exhibit, rioting after their favorite coach lost their job because he ignored child sexual abuse. Another exhibit, rioting because their baseball team won. Wow! So as you can see with this exhibit, this is nothing but facts. White people riot to get haircuts and because their team won or lost. We riot because the police are killing.
So let me get this straight. You aren't following me because I hosted a Black Lives Matter movement? What's the problem? Are you racist?
Simpsons predict the future, right? Like, they've literally predicted, like, a lot of shit. You know how they showed a clip of, like, Trump's funeral? When is that gonna happen? Sorry. When is that gonna happen? When?
I love white people. I love the white people who hate the Karens of white people. The white people who are woke. I love them. The rest of y'all, goodbye.
To protect everyone in the community, and that's our priority. So structured announcements have been being given to the crowd for the last 15 minutes or so. That includes
You know, it's funny, after everything the blacks went through, the Latins went through, the Asians went through, and the LGBT community went through, and everything we're still going through, that we still want equality and not revenge. People of color in the LGBT community, we walk around every single day with targets on our backs, a gun to our head. We bear no arms, and yet we still get shot when we ask for peace. We get oppressed because of the color of our skin or the way that we choose to live our life. People talking about, oh, the looting and destruction is unnecessary. Well, no justice, no peace. And before the looting and destruction even happened, people were still being shot by rubber bullets and hit with tear gas. But when the protests for haircuts happened, there wasn't a tear in sight, not a bullet to be found, and Donald Trump didn't say peep. And some people seem to not understand that in the Black Lives Matter movement, we never said that all lives didn't matter. We just said pay attention to black lives, because obviously y'all don't care about our lives enough to step on our necks and keep us from breathing.
You can ask Google anything you want and she'll give you an answer. I'm not going to be arguing with people in my comments. Ask Google. For example, simple question. I said, hey Google, who invented the light bulb? She gave me Thomas Edison. I said, okay. I said, Google, who was the black man who invented the light bulb? She gave me Lewis Howard Latimer. I said, Google, who was Lewis Howard Latimer? He was an African-American inventor who was the draftsman for the light bulb and the telephone. So Thomas Edison kind of, I guess, supposedly made the light bulb, but Lewis made long-lasting light bulbs. So these long-lasting bitches we have in our houses, you could thank Lewis for that. But correct me if I'm wrong. The draftsman is a person who creates the blueprints for an invention. I don't really trust Thomas Edison anyway after he made that short film about how black people eat watermelon. That's where the stereotype comes from. He called it like sharks eating their prey. Interesting. You have to, you gotta dig. Sounds about white. You just gotta dig.
Who told you Christianity was my religion? First off, the Christian Bible came from the Hebrew Bible. The Hebrew Bible was never even meant to gain a religion. Why do you think there's only one true God, but 10 different religions? The Hebrew Bible was meant to get a relationship with Yahweh. The world is what made it into a religion. So just to let you know, I don't have no religion. These Christians messed up too. Why do you think all these things happen into these churches? Why do you think all these pastors, you finding out that all these pastors over here being with little girls and stuff, getting caught going to prison, but they a man of God? The Christian Bible was edited by the white man. Why do you think they used the Bible against the slaves? The Hebrew Bible was where it's at. Originally made from Moses. Yahweh is the name. I ain't no Christian, I ain't no Catholic, and I ain't any other religion. God is a relationship. Believe that.
It's over. Look who we got. We got Anonymous. We have witches. We have the Amish. We got people of color. We got LGBT plus people. And we got the fucking Karens. We will literally hack you, hex you, have God forsake you, speak to the manager about you, never cook you delicious food ever again, or share culture with you, and have no one fucking do your hair or be your interior decorator.
I mean this wholeheartedly. If you do not support the Black Lives Matter movement, please, I don't care if my followers go down to 2. Please unfollow me. Do it right now. Push the button. Push the button, goddammit, because I don't want you here. Please leave.
Y'all, my For You page has never been this black. Can we keep this up, please?
Unlike a lot of the violent protests I've seen splattered all over social media, today I attended a peaceful protest in Anchorage, Alaska that was filled with beauty and information. You want to know what we did different than everyone else? Nothing. The only difference was the cops didn't come.
I am so angry right now. I made a video about George Floyd. They deleted the sound, they reported the sound, and now it's gone. It got so many likes and shares. It's gone. I'm just speaking on the situation, and all you racist white people want to delete it. 'Cause 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 'cause
It might not get more likes, but I'm gonna
the facts of what happened to him. He was shot 6 times in the palm of his right hand, 5 times in the palm of his left hand. He was shot all down his arms, his upper body, his torso, his groin, his shins, his feet. My son was treated worse than an animal. No human being should be burnt by flashbang grenades or shot with AR-15s. My son was a life. My son was a human being. When people go hunting, how many times do they shoot their target? Only 1 time. Why is that? To prevent from tearing the flesh of the animal. My son was shot over 50 times. My son had a total of 76 wounds to his body. My son only stood at 5'6", 150 pounds. That's a small man. Every day in the U.S., 1 brown or black person is killed by police. We know police today to be gangs.
Go acting like fucking monkey, bro. That's right. Bringing it back to your roots, huh? African, using sticks and shit, yeah, real fucking barbaric. And then you wonder why you're the most fucking hated race in the United States. Y'all are fucking rioting, taking people's jobs and shit. Like, you can't, I don't give a fuck about the black community right now because y'all are acting like some punk-ass little bitches. I can't wait till the National Guard comes in and shoots all y'all black asses. I cannot wait.
Ooh, child. Anyways, y'all hear something?
Black people be thinking when they be getting harassed by the police and they see a bunch of people standing around with cameras.
Help me! Help me! Nigga!
Girl magic, y'all can't stand it, y'all can't ban it. Made out like a bandit. They've been trying hard just to make us all vanish. I suggest they put a flag on a whole nother planet.
Now, I see a lot of people talking about, oh, why you speaking on the situation, you white? Or I see them saying, oh, thank you for using your platform to speak on this situation. But let me make this clear with y'all. I personally would not feel right with myself not speaking on the situation. All my friends is black. I got people who I call mom is black. I got people who I call dad is black. I was raised by a black woman. My best friend is black. So what type of person would I be if I was not to speak on this situation? No justice, no peace. How do we live in America where everybody's supposed to have equal rights, but it's not equal? There's no justice. There's no peace. People are getting treated different just because of the color of their skin, and that's not okay. It's 2020. This stuff needs to come to an end. Racism was supposed to end a long time ago. This country needs God. We have to pray for this country. Black Lives Matter, justice for George.
When I came, at first everybody was against, and y'all was against them, and it was so many. When I came, now y'all looking like sad little puppies. That's how I know y'all know what's right and what's wrong. Look at their faces. They all look like little sad puppies. They're embarrassed standing up for the government, and the government got these people out here looking like this. The government got them looking like this. I know y'all embarrassed because if I was in y'all's shoes, I would have took all my shit off and said, fuck this. Because I wouldn't be standing up for no shit that's not right. At some point when y'all lay down, remember my name, and y'all gonna know that lady told the truth. Y'all ain't gonna be able to sleep good after today because it's gonna weigh on your heart. And I pray to God that he give all y'all a heavy heart tonight. When y'all lay down, y'all gonna say that was fucked up what they did to that man.
Yes.
Y'all gonna say that was messed up what they did.
If every black or colored person left this motherfucking country, y'all fucking hillbilly buck Bud Light drinking motherfuckers would be bored as a bitch. Football gonna suck. Basketball for damn sure gonna suck. You can't even watch soccer cause all my Hispanics out this bitch. What the fuck you gonna do? Look at Becky? Becky play fucking tennis? Like, get the fuck out of here. Venus Williams and Serena, they gone, bitch. They in Africa. So like, what the fuck you gonna do? Porn gonna suck. Fucking white girl gets blasted by white cock. Bitch, that shit sucks. What the fuck is that?
Hi. So, super quick, not so friendly reminder that every single American system in place today was founded on principles of racism. Not to mention America itself was built on the backs of black people. So, If black people today want to dismantle and destroy everything that we've built, just so you fucks will stop killing us, then that's what the fuck we're gonna do. We've tried peaceful protest. You hate that. We've tried reason. We've tried raising awareness. We're all aware. You bitches just don't care. So, the revolution's upon us, babes. So get with the program or get your fucking kneecaps broken. Up to you, though.
SMN 74 reporting live on Rodeo Drive. As you can see, there is a standoff between protesters and police. A lot of people are wondering what is going to happen. We hope the situation does not escalate. As you can see, they are protecting the streets, but they do not protect the lives of black men and black women. SMN 74, signing out.
They tell black girls, perm your hair, straighten it, make it look tame, but then they steal our protective styles and give it a new name. Now all of a sudden, cornrows are boxer braids. They tell black girls, when you speak, do so gently, softly, because God forbid you come across as assertive, then all of a sudden she's an angry black woman. As if it wasn't an assertive black woman who freed the slaves using an underground railroad, as if it was an assertive black woman who refused to give up her seat on that bus.